Tomorrow, Thursday, September 19th, will be either a historic day in Canada or a day that we will remember in shame. My name is Randy Hillier. Many of you know that I was the first elected representative in Canada to oppose the madness of the COVID mandates, the state of emergency, the lockdowns, the prohibition on freedom of speech. I had and attended many protests over these measures, and I've found myself in court. Tomorrow, Chris Fleury and the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms will argue this constitutional argument before the Ontario Court of Appeals. And this is powerfully important. We are going to find out from this argument, from this case, if Canadians have the unalienable right to always have the freedom to oppose government policies, or if the government will now have the protection of law to criminalize public opposition and dissent to their laws. Now, we all know our Charter of Rights and Freedoms expressly recognizes the freedom of peaceful assembly and the freedom of speech. And we know that this can only be impugned upon by way of a demonstrable justification, demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. So for all those judges who will be considering this, I ask them, do we actually have a democracy if governments can prohibit people from opposing their views, opposing those laws? We will have something, but it will not be a democracy if governments can legislate the prohibition of dissent and criminalize the peaceful assembly of law-abiding citizens to oppose these horrendous measures. Tune in. The links will be included in this post. I do ask everyone, if you tune into the Zoom link in tomorrow's court proceedings, be respectful. These are going to be interesting and powerful arguments offered up by both Chris Fleury and the Justice Center of Constitutional Freedoms, and by the Crown. Let's make sure tomorrow is a day that is historic and not shameful for all Canadians.